Welcome to our TCM for Gout webinar. My name is Desmond. I'm from Yuan-Sang TCM Clinic. So basically, we have our physician, and she's called Anita P. She's one of our physicians at one of our clinics. So today she's going to share more information about TCM for gout. The causes, the symptoms, and how TCM can help to alleviate, gout conditions. So if you guys have any questions, do feel free to put them in the chat box below. And then at the end of the session, we will have them answered by our physician. So without further ado, let us welcome our physician Anita P.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Okay, so I leave it to you, physician Anita.
Yep. Okay.
Right.
Hello, very good evening, everyone. Today I'm just here to share a little about TCM for gout. So my name is physician Anita P. Right now I'm practicing at Yuan-Sang TCM Clinic. Yep, so this is what I'll be talking about today. Just a brief introduction to gout and how in TCM, how we see gout, how we manage it, and I'll be sharing some self-help tips from TCM as well. And last then we have a Q&A session, so please feel free to ask any questions you may have. So what is gout? It is a kind of joint inflammation. So it is a very severely painful condition. Usually the patients, they come in and then the joint is very red, very swollen, very warm. This is often the joint at the base of the big toe, but of course it can happen in any joint as well, such as in the knees, in the elbows, in the hands, in the ankles as well. So this gout, it is caused by uric acid crystal deposits in the joint. So these crystals, when they accumulate in the joint, this causes the inflammation. So why do we have very high uric acid levels in the blood? It can be due to the body producing too much uric acid, or our kidneys are not able to clear enough of the uric acid, or there may be a diet very high in purine containing foods. So our body breaks down this purine into uric acid. So as I mentioned earlier, this purine-rich food, these foods include like alcohol, soft drinks, shellfish, and liver. So when we take a lot of these foods, this can cause an increase in the uric acid levels in the blood, and then this can lead to the deposit of uric acid crystals in the joint, which then leads to a gout attack. So if our uric acid levels, if it's not managed well, it can lead to the formation of what we call this gouty tophi. And then this, you can see in the picture, these uric acid crystals, they deposit in the joint and the joint gets damaged. In the more serious cases, these uric acid crystals can also deposit in the kidney and cause some kidney disease. So from a TCM point of view, from our TCM theory, our organ system is very important in particularly our spleen and kidney function. So when our spleen and kidney function, they are not working properly, this can lead to accumulation of dampness and heatiness, toxins. Yeah. So this can form internal damp heat, which can present as inflammation, swelling, redness during gout attacks. So how do we treat gout? Usually the two main methods is we use some herbal medication as well as acupuncture treatment. So during the acute phase where the joint is very swollen, very red, very painful, we really want to quickly bring down the inflammation and we want to relieve the pain. So acupuncture can be focused on some of the points surrounding the very inflamed joint, as well as some of the points on other parts of the body that can help to clear the heat and dampness. So this should help to achieve the effect of a pain relief. So during the chronic phase, which is when we are not having the gout attacks, we want to prevent a future gout attack. So this is when we will prescribe some herbal medication to strengthen the body. We want to strengthen the spleen and kidney, so to reduce dampness in the body, to boost the blood circulation, and also really to help the kidney function to excrete your uric acid. And of course, acupuncture can also be used. We have some points on, let's say, the stomach, on the legs, to strengthen the body, to strengthen the spleen and kidney function. So this is just some of the herbs that we can use when we treat gout. So these herbs, they have some anti-inflammatory effects. They can reduce the blood uric acid level, can promote uric acid excretion, enhance the immune function, and also have some pain relief effects by inhibiting the peripheral nerve sensitivity. Diet is very important to prevent gout attacks. You really should be avoiding alcohol, foods that are high in saturated fats, such as ice cream, fried food, some foods that are high in purines, like organs, some seafood, like the sardine, anchovies, sugary beverages. So these have been shown to really increase the uric acid levels in the blood. So there are also some vegetables that have a lot of purine content, like mushrooms, spinach, asparagus, cauliflower. There are studies that have been shown that this really does not cause or trigger a gout attack, but it's really different for individuals. I have some patients who say that once they take some mushrooms or some spinach, and then this triggers a gout attack lah. So you must see your own reaction to these vegetables. So same thing like beans and peas. Sometimes a lot of people say, oh, you have gout, we cannot take any beans. But generally, plant-based vegetables, beans and peas, these are okay to take in a moderate amounts. It is very important that you drink a lot of water, so this helps to flush out uric acid from the body. So other than controlling a diet, it is also very important to have a healthy lifestyle and to maintain a healthy weight. You can do regular exercise. This helps to improve blood circulation. And also, when you maintain a healthy weight, there is a lesser risk of getting a gout attack. Okay. So these are just to share some self-help tips in TCM. This is what we call 食疗. That means we treat a condition using food. So this is a Chinese barley. That is a lily bulb. These two, you can try to cook it with porridge. These two herbs of food, they have the effect of clearing heat and dampness from the body, and this can help to flush out uric acid from the body. It also tastes quite nice, so maybe as like for a health food kind of thing, you can cook it like once every week lah. And then this is one of the herb that we do commonly use to treat gout. You can also find it in traditional herbal stores. So it has quite a stronger heat and dampness clearing effect. You can also cook this with porridge, but you probably need to add some sugar to have a nicer taste. One thing to note is when you take this herb, you don't take it together with tea. Okay, so this just to share some acupressure points with you. These are points that you can massage on when you're free, whenever you're just sitting down. So one of the point is called Stanley. This is a general wellness point that can help to strengthen spleen, stomach function, help with metabolism and circulation. So how do you locate it? So if you look at the picture, it is located 4 fingers down from the bottom of the kneecap, outside of the shin bone. So if you press and massage it really hard, you should feel quite a soft feeling. Mm. Another point, this point is called San Yin Jiao. Mm. This is located on the inside of the leg, 4 fingers width above the highest point of the ankle and feel behind the bone. So this point, it has the function of regulating liver and kidney, and this can help to promote the excretion of uric acid. Another point, this is called the Xuehai point. One look at the name, you probably can guess what it's for. It's to promote blood circulation in the body. It can help to remove stagnant blood and also help to relieve pain. So how do you find it? It is on the inner side of the thigh, 3 fingers width above the upper inner corner of the kneecap. So if you feel your thigh and there's the more protruding part of the muscle is somewhere around there. So these points, each of them can be massaged for about 5 to 10 minutes, 2 to 3 times a day. Okay, so this is all I have about gout. Feel free to ask any questions you may have.
All right. Thank you, physician Anita, for sharing so much knowledge about gout and how TCM can help alleviate gout symptoms. So if you guys have any questions, do type them in the comment box. Right now, we are having the Q&A session. So we have we have a question from Alvin Tan. He's asking, okay, because just now you said having beans, might trigger gout attack, right? So Alvin Tan is asking, do beans refer to only soybeans, or red, or are other beans such as red or green beans safe?
Red and green beans are generally quite safe. In fact, all beans, there are studies that show that it doesn't really trigger gout attack. Of course, this is again different for everybody, but generally beans are alright.
Okay, so you're saying not all the beans will trigger gout attack, right? Only like selected beans are only for selected people, right?
No, actually all beans lah.
Oh,
All
all
beans,
beans.
all beans. Beans are generally not as bad compared to foods like alcohol lah, liver meat lah, that kind of trigger.
Okay, okay. We also have another question from Ellen Tan. She's asking, my mom is taking Western medicine. How will that affect taking TCM?
TCM medication is generally quite safe when used together with Western medicine. Of course, there has to be a gap 2 hours apart between Chinese medicine and Western medicine. You can use it in conjunction, no problem.
Okay, that means if I take Western medicine, I need to wait 2 hours before I can take the TCM, right?
That's right.
Okay. And then we have another question from CP Ng. He's asking, is bean sprout taugeh, is it safe? Because it contains the word bean.
So far it's okay lah. Generally, all the plant-based foods usually quite safe. As long as you eat in moderation, no problem.
Okay. And then he or she, CP Ng also asks, health supplements, example, like celery seed, can it help to clear uric acid?
Health supplement.
or generally, like for vegetables, is it? I think he meant to say whether it contributes to gout attack, or does it really alleviate some of the symptoms from gout attack?
I think generally supplements on a whole, no harm trying, but really the more scientific way of doing it is some certain Western medicine that can help to control the blood uric acid levels. That will be a more proven method lah. Mm.
Okay. We also have another question from Kibun. He asked whether he can drink coffee if he has gout.
Can drink coffee.
So all kinds of coffee is free to drink, right? It's okay, right?
No problem.
Okay. And then we have another one from Audrey Cole. She's asking, barley and lily bug porridge can be consumed only once a week, is it? And how about daily, say for a week?
Actually, no problem now because I would say it's more of a food than medicine. So no problem if you really want to eat it every day for a week, long term, no problem.
So because this is different from Western medication, right?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is more food lah. It doesn't really have any side effects or anything.
So
So
TCM is really about the nature, very natural, I would say.
yes, really.
Yeah. Okay. And then we have one from Greg Xia. He's asking, does drinking oolong tea excessively cause gout?
Tea,
Because I think usually tea is quite acidic. I think oolong is the more, among teas is the more acidic one as well.
tea. I don't think there is a link, a very um, casual link, for between oolong tea and gout. And also what you mentioned about these acidic foods and uric acid, it is not a direct correlation. Not a direct correlation. It really is certain high purine foods that can cause a higher blood uric acid levels. So oolong tea is okay, it's okay. But of course, from a TCM point of view, right, oolong tea is of a more cooling nature. Uh, so if people with a weak spleen and they drink a lot of oolong tea, then this is not so good for your spleen function. And then this, in terms of TCM, can lead to accumulation of dampness in the body. And then this is one contributing factor to what we call gout.
Okay. Yeah, then we have another question from Alan. He's asking, which TCM products are good for shirking tophi on toe?
This is
I think they are quite a wide range, right?
this is you have to see
Yeah,
see.
because I think everyone's body constitution is different, right?
Hard to really say like one specific TCM product, but probably can try the use of some herbal medication lah. Same thing it is to reduce the heat and dampness lah, and also we have some herbs that can what we call 软坚散结. That means to reduce all these swelling related conditions.
So it's like they have like in anti-inflammatory properties, right?
Something like that.
Okay. By the way, a very reminder, a very gentle reminder to everyone, because everyone's body constitution is really different. So if you are wondering, what kind of TCM herbs is good for you, and you really don't know and you can't find it on the internet, we would recommend you to visit, TCM physicians just to check out, your own body constitution and what TCM herbs are suitable for you. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next question from Lillian Yo. She's asking, what about eating duck, because it always gives her gout problems.
That seems to be quite a common trigger for a lot of gout patients. It can be a trigger, yes.
Okay, okay. And then Alan is also asking, he used to have gout on his big toe, but now it has moved to the knee or the wrist. What is likely the issue? Does it really move about the body?
All this is likely there is still probably high uric acid levels in your blood. So these are now the deposits of the uric acid crystals on other joints on your other parts of the body. So we really need to control that. Mm.
Okay. And then one from CP Ng, he's asking, is uric acid accumulative until it flares? For example, let's say if he drinks beer, like 1 liter once every week for a month, is it, accumulative?
Mm, Well, when of course once your blood, the uric acid levels hit a certain level, then this will trigger a gout attack. Of course, moderate amounts may not trigger a gout attack, but if you drink a lot at one shot, it doesn't need to be once every week for a month. It can be just a lot, or maybe this 1 liter is already a lot, and that time once you drink it, then it can trigger a gout attack.
I think generally, no matter what you consume, if you consume it excessively, it's not really good for your health, right?
Yes, of course, beer. Beer, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Another one from Ting Ming Hun. He or she exercise regularly, meaning jog 4 times a week, and he or she tries to watch the diet. But however, why is it that the gout attack is still so frequent? Does he or she needs to go for a checkup on body?
Mm, yeah, indeed. If you have been controlling your diet, you have a healthy weight, you exercise regularly, you drink enough water, so it should be that you should not have gut attacks so frequently. But if you do have it, it may be due to some certain underlying health conditions, like maybe diabetes, things like that. So it will be good if you can go for a checkup as well. Mm.
Okay. We also have one from CP Ng. He's asking whether, or he or she is asking whether you can visit any Yuan Sang TCM clinics or just certain locations or physicians. I think this one I will answer. Generally, all our physicians are, they can treat all types of conditions, because I don't think TCM there is a specific field like that they focus on. So it's really different from Western doctors, where they have doctors who are specialized in certain areas. TCM generally is really they can treat everything. Yeah. So yeah, so you can feel free to visit any of our TCM clinics and look for any of our physicians, even physician Anita P. Yep. Okay. And then one from Sam Neo. He's asking whether would gout happen on 2 joints at one time.
Usually gout only generally usually attacks one joint at a time. But if it can also happen on multiple joints at a time, it probably means the condition is has worsened probably very high uric acid levels in the blood. Mm.
Okay. And then another one from CPM. Can TCM determine uric acid level, or only it can be determined by blood test?
Yeah, blood test.
Just blood test, right? There's no other way, right?
For uric acid level, yeah.
Okay. And then we have one last one from Rafael Cole. When he was in China, he had a severe gout attack. He was treated with acupuncture at the local hospital, and miraculously, he could see, the swelling on his legs subsided immediately. So how come no one in Singapore could do the same during an acute attack?
That's That's quite a blanket statement. I think there are a lot of TCM physicians who can do this, acupuncture during an acute attack and relieve the swelling and pain. So do give Singapore local physicians a try lah.
Yeah, totally agree. Because although I think China has different laws regarding TCM practice, right? But I think usually Singapore's TCM practice is already quite advanced. So yeah, I think this kind of conditions can be treated as well. Yeah. So okay. So anyone else has any question? No. All right, and then yes, okay, before oh yes, one more, sorry, from CP Ng. Oh, he says better visit EYS TCM soon as a preventive or corrective mild attack, like chronic three to 5 times per year. Wow. Yes, I think you better not drag it any longer. You should visit the clinic soon. Okay, one more from Ting Ming Hoon again. Will taking herbs often have any side effect on health?
Of course, if you visit a licensed TCM physician and the physician gives you the herbs for treating your condition, then of course it will not have any side effect to your body. Do try not to, buy herbs online or take herbs from unknown sources lah.
Yeah, because I think this is not something that you can just Google and buy buy online, because everyone's body constitution is really different. So I think it's best to see a TCM physician to determine what kind of body constitution you have, and then let them prescribe the correct herbs for you, instead of just buying it off the internet and risk having side effects to your health. Yeah. So, any other questions? Any more? Okay. If there's no questions, I like to share. Before we end this, I have a promotion to share with you guys. Just hold on. Just let me share my screen. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Basically, we have this new promotion. Is tailored for those who have gout conditions. So basically, if you are suffering from gout and you have never been to our clinics before, you can feel free to come to our clinics to see physician Anita P, and then let her have a look at your condition and see how she can help you. And because this promotion is actually only available on selected days. And it's at the Yuan Sang TCM clinic at Clementi and Bukit Panjang only. So if you are around the area, or you have just pass by, or you live nearby there, just drop by and have a visit and let physician Anita have a look, and then you have a complimentary consultation. Okay, so this is the end of our webinar. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. We'd like to thank once again physician Anita for sharing with us all the information as well. We do have another webinar coming up in 2 weeks' time. Just feel free to check our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/yuansang TCM or our website at sg.yuansangclinic.com for more information, and then to sign up. All right. Yep. This is the end of our webinar. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good night and have a great rest of the week. Bye-bye.
Bye.